The very first thing you need to figure out before selling your business is, can you afford to sell your business? So one thing to keep in mind is that selling your business will likely result in a drop in your annual income. So think of it this way. Most of you are going to sell your businesses for 2 to 5 times your annual seller's discretionary earnings, or SDE, basically your take-home cash. And that's the equivalent to a 20 to 50% yield on that asset. Now, a portfolio of investment grade bonds currently yields around 5%, and the S&P 500, the dividend, it's less than 2%. So from a pure income generation perspective, you're likely going to see a meaningful drop in your income. Now, some of that blow is going to be dampened because you likely weren't taking home all of that SDE. Some of that was going into CapEx or money to grow the business. So you weren't necessarily receiving those dollars in your pockets to spend on personal expenses. Of course, on the investment side, in your retirement portfolio, you'll have a supplement of stock prices eventually tend to go up over time. So your total return on your stock portfolio isn't the 2% dividend. It's going to be the dividend plus the price changes. And of course, it's not unreasonable to spend some amount of principal during your retirement phase. And depending on your age, you may also receive Social Security. You might have other retirement accounts or savings accounts built up to help supplement that income. Now, we will say, as we'd caution against, there are products out there that might offer you higher yields, say higher than that 5% that you get from a bond portfolio. Be highly skeptical of those. Also be highly skeptical of high dividend paying stocks. Typically the weakest businesses pay the highest dividends. Make sure in your retirement portfolio you're still keeping somewhat of a total return focus rather than just a pure income focus. But bottom line, before you go to sell your business, you need to work with a strong wealth advisor that can help you sit down and plan out what your retirement's going to look like, and is the sale of your business going to generate enough income for you to retire, or do you need to do something different? Do you need to run the business for a little bit longer? Do you need to implement some growth strategies in the business to get to a number where you need to be? Because really there only are a few options here. One, the not so fun way, you can visit your spending, or if you're spending too much money, maybe you should only belong to 1 country club instead of 3. I've seen that before. You might be spending too much, it's time to go cut. Or you need to get the business value up so that the sale generates enough for you to retire. Because if you're patient, you can make a 3-year plan to really increase the value of your business. Some things you could do during those 3 years is you could implement a new marketing strategy, really implement a marketing platform and really start to up the ad dollars that go to that. Any decent marketing strategy, right? The output's going to be a function of how many ad dollars you spend. You're going to need to put your organizational structure in a fashion that it can handle that growth. So you want to make sure you have a good leadership team, good number 2s. That's going to add a lot of value to the business itself. You could even go out and make an acquisition yourself to grow the business. So if you're doing $5 million a year and you go and you buy someone else who's doing $5 million a year, now you have a $10 million a year business. So it's going to be a much larger business to sell, and it's going to sell at a higher multiple. So you're going to add a lot of value by doing that. Now, it's going to be hard. Integrating 2 companies together isn't easy. It means you're going to have to work really hard in your last 3 years. When a lot of people kind of want to start to phone it in at the end, really caution against that. That's one of the worst things you can do because it really destroys a lot of value. You really want to run through the finish line when you're looking to sell your business. So if you need help finding advisors that can help you assess whether you're ready to retire, let us know. We can connect you. Or if you need help prepping your business or selling your business, let us know and we can help there.